at its presentation at the EICMA 2016, the SuperSport was promptly voted the most beautiful motorcycle of the fair. Fortunately, the 2021 update does not change the beauty of this race bike, but Ducati has significantly increased its equipment. We tested the new SuperSport in the S version and found a lot of light, but also little shadow. That's how she stands there. The differences between the S and the standard are quickly enumerated. The S comes with a lean suspension and pillion seat cover, that's about it. It costs €15,890 and thus €2,500 more than the standard. In our opinion, a pretty hefty surcharge, especially since the normal SuperSport 950 with Marzocchi fork and sack strut suspension is not bad either. However, there is another tiny difference: only the S is available in snow white. In Ducati Red, of course, there are both versions, but at least our author Dietmar thinks that the SuperSport looks extremely noble, especially in white. Unlike the new monster, Ducati has left many things in the SuperSport 950 is actually typical for a Duc: tubular frame at the front, single-arm swing arm, 3-fold Y-rim, quite loud double redness, and of course the LV2 with desmodromic valve control. However, these things were all already with the predecessor, so what's new with the 950? First, there's the design. The new SuperSport visually moves even closer to the Panigale with its lateral gills. From the front extremely slim, she looks like a well-toned top-performance athlete, sinewy, muscular, elegant. Then there's the Brembo M4 brake system, which does an extremely good job. And then there is also the new TFT color display, which we already know from the new Monster. The controls are similar, and yet the operation seems easier to us than with the predecessor. The lighting is now contemporary in LED, the daytime running lights are standard. The engine and chassis, on the other hand, have hardly changed, and the seating position and ergonomics are also largely identical. Weight, wheelbase, seat height, length etc., everything as usual with the SuperSport. Seat sample, very sporty. The seating position is still more upright than a Panigale, but you have to lean forward to include the surprisingly slim handles. The footrests are also further back than in normal sports tourers, so overall there is a sporty seating position with a sharp knee angle. Those who like to ride sporty will enjoy it, but for longer tours this iron is rather less suitable.
Drei, zwei, eins, ab geht's! Ja. 3, 2, 1 und los geht das Füchschen. Jawohl.
The technical equipment of the new SuperSport 950 is great. A super well-functioning quickshifter is standard, by the way. Also with the standard, there are 3 configurable driving modes: wheelie control, cornering ABS, electronically controlled throttle valves, etc. The central control is provided by the 6-fold IMU from Bosch, which is based on ABS, engine mapping and 8 times traction control influences. The cockpit is easy to read, but the mapping settings at the bottom right are too small for us. Well, with a display size of 4.3 inches, the display options are limited. An onboard computer is also included, as it should be. Our S variant comes with adjustable Öhlins suspension, which we unfortunately cannot really judge competently due to the lack of racetrack. In any case, feels good and fine, the SuperSport. Sporty taut, without being annoyingly uncomfortable. That's how she drives herself. Then let's do a lap. After starting, you immediately notice that you are dealing with a Ducati V2.
pretty loud, this bike. However, real Ducati fans will either see it differently or just rejoice.
You can just feel this bike at any time, which is also due to the sound.
The engine is a real Desmo LV2 with appropriate manners.
At the bottom, the engine, now homologated to -5 euro, is still a bit jerky, without which it would disturb us. On top of it is wonderfully alive, goes well, especially homogeneously to the gas, and can be cheered neatly upwards.
What also stands out, this Duc is very easily accessible. Even beginners or Ducati newcomers get along here immediately.
In contrast to other sports tourers, the machine forgives driving errors and can, for example, be easily brought into line or corrected in curves. In this respect, the Ducati SuperSport 950 is not a real sports tourer in our opinion. A comparison to Yamaha FJR 1300 or BMW R 1250 RS is therefore actually prohibited.
We do it anyway. The Duc is a real sportsman with excellent driving characteristics and less good touring skills. Boy, what fun we had!
Especially Volker, who wanted to check the windbreak on the motorway at just under 250 km per hour, couldn't resist a "Oi, yes." By the way, the windshield is adjustable, but not without tools. The windbreak is typically okay, but the helmet stays in the wind. As already said, the 950 is not a tourer. Okay, there are a few disadvantages such as the large turning circle or the warm air descent on the right, or the V2 typical load change reactions or the constant driving jerking, but a real Duc is just a small diva, which has to twitch a little at one point or another.
And that's exactly what we love about the beautiful ones from Bologna, right? Awesome bike!